Alright, so I'm going to talk you through the assignment 2 for fitness testing for public services. You've got two criteria, P2 and M1. P2 asks you to outline a fitness test for the main components of fitness and compare results based on public service entrance tests, and M1 it asks you to explain the strengths and areas for improvement of the fitness tests. So we'll look inside, and there is a little bit that we haven't done, and we will do this next week. But for the first task, you're required to take part in a variety of fitness assessments, which we have done. You are to practically demonstrate and photograph you completing the fitness test. So we haven't done the photographing, and we will do that next week, and we also haven't done the speed test. In your assessment, you're required to cover the following. Okay, so we need a description of the main components of fitness: strength, flexibility, muscular endurance, cardiovascular endurance, speed, power, and health-related fitness. And then what you must do is a description of the different tests used by the public services. And I'm going to give you an example of how to do it for strength, but you would do it for each one. So we're going to look at strength here. I'll give you a model answer, but you must do it for strength, flexibility, muscular endurance, cardiovascular endurance, speed, power, and health-related tests such as BMI. Okay. So first of all, we provide a description on the component of fitness. We then describe the test. So strength, I would describe the hand grip strength, the hand grip test. And then what we'll do is we'll compare our results in relation to the public service sector. Again, it's reiterating the point that you need the photographs to say that you've actually done it. And then finally, we need a written document, and you're going to explain the strengths and areas for improvement in relation to the fitness tests, making reference to the standards required for the public services. Okay, it says you need a table of results, you need an explanation of your strengths, and an explanation of your areas for improvement. So we're now going to look at my model answer for 1. Okay. So if we look at my model answer, and what I haven't done yet is, so I would get a referral, and the reason why I get a referral in mine here is because I haven't actually put, haven't described the component of fitness. We're doing the hand grip, so I should describe the component of fitness, which is strength. So first of all, that's what I should do. You can see I've got a table of results though. Here's my hand grip scores, this is my scores, and this is my score against the normative data, so you should be putting this in. I've then given you an overview of how to conduct the test, so given you specific description and instructions on how the test is conducted, and then I've talked about my result in relation to my score, and then I've said what normative data categories I fall into. I've then gone on and said that these are the positives of my score. However, in some cases, so I've actually said that this is a positive of my score, as the minimum requirement is 25 grip strength on both left and right hands for the prison service, and I'm currently 10k above, so I'm talking about the positives. However, despite the results not being above average or good, I'm still able to draw on the positives, the fact that I'm eligible to work in the prison service. Okay, and then I've talked about the areas for development. So the areas of development of my results indicate that my grip strength is below average in the left hand based on the normative data. The reasons why the score is below is because I have not focused on developing the strength in that area due to not being aware of its importance within the UPS sector. I would need to develop my score by training both hands, both my hand grip and my forearm strength to ensure that the score were to improve. I've then gone on to explain the strengths and areas for development in relation to public services. So my grip strength could impact my role as either a prison officer or police officer, as I may be faced with having to restrain a prisoner or suspect that is strong. If I'm unable to apply the necessary strength to restrain this prisoner or suspect, this could result in injury to myself, my peers, or the restrained individual. In addition, if I were to apply the strength requirement to the Royal Marines, you would need good to excellent grip strength to complete the pull-up or obstacle courses. If you didn't have sufficient strength, you wouldn't be suitable for working in the field, as you may be required to complete a military rope climb to overcome obstacles. This activity would require grip strength so that you are able to keep hold of the rope for a duration of time until you reach the designated destination. If I didn't have sufficient grip strength in this situation, this would result in me holding other Marines up in the field and placing myself and my peers in danger. And actually, it's in danger. Okay, so we need to make sure that we relate back to the public services. All right, and that's what I've done here. So that's just one. You would be expected to apply each of those, so then you go on and do flexibility, cardiovascular, etc. What you will find is with flexibility and speed, there is no public services test that tests flexibility and speed, so you need to say, well, this is my score, this is what it is in relation to normative data. However, flexibility is important in anything, because if you've got good flexibility, it means that you're potentially not going to get injured, okay, because your muscles are more pliable, and actually it means that you've got greater elasticity in the muscle. If you've got greater elasticity, you're likely to have greater amount of power in the muscle, so it's still relevant. And you can always relate power and flexibility to the services in a variety of different scenarios. So that's the assessment. If we go back to the assessment brief, and we just look at the due date, so it's handed out on the 19th, which is the Monday that's just gone, and it's due in on the 9th or the 12th. There is a significant amount of time for you to get that done, but you do need to work smart to make sure you meet the deadline.